Seoul, a city of endless lights and tireless energy. The streets are alive with people hurrying to their destinations. Among the crowd, we see Hae-Jin, a young architect dressed in a neat suit. He moves with purpose, clutching a notebook in one hand and a phone in the other. Despite his professional appearance, his face betrays exhaustion. His phone buzzes with a text. He glances down. "Don't be late for the meeting tomorrow." He sighs, swiping the message away. On his phone, a picture of an old temple appears, a crumbling structure hidden deep in the mountains. "Just one trip," Hae-Jin mutters to himself. "Then I can go back to work." He doesn't know why he feels so drawn to this temple. Maybe it's the mystery of its history. Maybe it's because his late mother always spoke of it with reverence. Either way, he knows he has to go. The sun dips lower as Hae-Jin reaches the temple, nestled in the mountains. It's quiet here. Too quiet. The air is thick with a strange stillness, as though the place itself is holding its breath. Hae-Jin steps onto the old stone path, the crunch of gravel beneath his shoes echoing in the silence. The temple is ancient, wooden beams cracked with age, the roof moss-covered. Yet, there's a beauty to its decay. Nearby, a woman kneels before a small shrine. This is So-ai. Her head is bowed, her hands clasped in prayer. Her long black hair flows like a river down her back. So-ai's voice is barely a whisper, but her words carry the weight of her heart. "Please, let me live a normal life. Just this once." She is here seeking peace, but peace is fleeting for someone like her. Unaware of her presence, Hae-Jin begins to explore. He scribbles notes in his notebook, examining the temple's structure. His eyes catch something, a crescent-shaped pendant lying on a stone altar. He approaches it, curious. The pendant gleams faintly in the fading sunlight. Its design is intricate, ancient symbols etched into its surface. Hae-Jin hesitates, then picks it up. The moment his fingers touch it, the pendant begins to glow softly. The glow is faint but unmistakable, like a heartbeat pulsing through the air. A voice cuts through the silence. "Stop! Don't touch that!" Startled, Hae-Jin turns. So-ai is standing now, her face pale and her eyes wide with fear. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to." Before he can finish, So-ai's expression shifts. She stares at the glowing pendant, her fear turning into something deeper, panic. She takes a step forward but stumbles. Her legs give out beneath her, and she collapses. Hae-Jin moves quickly, catching her before she hits the ground. The pendant in his hand stops glowing, and the forest falls into an eerie silence. Later, in a small cabin near the temple, So-ai lies on a bed. The room is simple, a wooden table, a single lantern casting a soft glow. Hae-Jin sits nearby, watching her. So-ai stares, her eyes fluttering open. She blinks, taking in her surroundings before her gaze lands on Hae-Jin. "You're awake. How are you feeling?" She sits up slowly, her hand brushing her forehead. "I'm fine. Thank you." Her voice is soft but guarded. She avoids his eyes, her fingers twisting nervously in her lap. Hae-Jin hesitates, then speaks again. "What happened back there? You seem scared." So-ai's expression changes. Her calm facade falters. For a moment, she looks as though she might explain, but then she shakes her head. "It's nothing. You shouldn't have touched that pendant." Hae-Jin frowns, confusion etched across his face. "Why? What's so dangerous about it?" So-ai stands abruptly, her movements stiff and uneasy. "Just stay away from it." Her tone is firm, leaving no room for argument. Without another word, she walks out of the cabin, leaving Hae-Jin alone. He looks down at the pendant still in his hand. Its glow has faded, but something about it feels alive. That night, in a small hotel room near the temple, Hae-Jin lies in bed. The pendant rests on the table beside him. As he drifts off to sleep, his dreams take him to another time, another place. The forest is bathed in moonlight. A woman runs through the trees, her traditional Korean dress flowing behind her. She looks back, tears streaming down her face. A voice calls out, a man's voice, desperate and full of pain. "So I." The woman stops. She turns, and it is her, "So I." Her lips tremble as she speaks, her voice breaking. "You promised we'd stay together." The dream fades, and Hae-Jin wakes with a start. His heart pounds in his chest as he sits up, sweat clinging to his skin. He looks at the pendant, its faint glow returning. Outside the window, the full moon shines brightly, casting its silver light over the room. Hae-Jin stares at the moon, his thoughts racing. He doesn't know what's happening, but one thing is clear. This pendant, this temple, and this woman are all connected. As the past and present collide, the answers lie beneath the moonlight, but some truths come at a cost. And this is only the beginning. To be continued. If you enjoyed this episode of Lovers of the Moonlit Past and want to see where the story goes, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think So I really is? Or what secrets does the pendant hold? And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next episode. Oh, and share this with your friends who love romantic dramas. Would love to have them join us on this journey. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode. Bye.